Hello, this is carnivore-keto sister here. Welcome back to my channel. I told y'all I would be back. I ain't going nowhere. I am up and thriving, back at my walks, y'all. I am so glad to be back at my walks. Okay, for one thing, I did have my coronary artery calcium score, which was a 0. Praise God, it was a 0. I did do a video about that previously. I had been out and about adjusting to my medication, and I am ready and thriving now. I decided to go ahead and start having me modified fast, and those fasts modified is under 500 calories, so that I could take my medication with no problems and can still continue to get my walks, because as you know, with my work, we're doing the walking challenge, and I'm always walking anyway, challenge or not. I challenge myself. I encourage myself. Still here to encourage, inspire, and motivate you as I encourage, inspire, and motivate myself. But I'm glad to be back at it. I also was glad to get those results that I've gotten. Although it said something about the mountaineering, it made me wonder, but also encourage myself again to know that it could have been worse than that, and the mountaineering is a result of an improvement, that it could have been worse, because I did feel worse a couple of years back, and now I feel better as I've been doing this, and it's going on this year, be my 6th year doing low carb. But I've been very good and more stricter since my siblings had passed. So I really feel good. I do. My fasting insulin is 1.5. My fasting glucose at the time in June was 69. So that multiplied by the insulin made it 1. You do that test, and then you divide it by the 405 to get your HOMA-IR to see if you are insulin resistant. And I'm like 0.25. And I heard a doctor say something like, if you were above 2, then you're insulin resistant. And I'm like 0.255, something like that. So I say round up to 0.3. I'm not even a 1. So that's good. And but now that I've said it, I am not a doctor. Everything I say or share with you is about my experiences and or in my opinion only. But I continue to encourage myself and look at uplifting videos that encourage me to know that I am or am not doing the things that I need to be doing for improvement. So being that I just had my coronary artery calcium score, and then tend to have the little mountaineering that I was kind of worried and discouraged by, it led me to believe, why be worried or discouraged by it? That could be actually an improvement, especially being that I have low glucose. I'm not insulin resistant, and my fasting insulin is low, and doing the HOMA-IR, and my blood pressure at that is very good in both arms. I've even done it, which is not recommended. Like I say, it's all about my experiences and my opinion. Disclaimer. I've done it standing up, I've done it sitting up, and I've done it laying down. And my blood pressure has been great. So like I say, I feel really good. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing and critique that. What I don't want to do, if I'm going to have any little treats, I'm going to fix them myself like I had been doing But of course, you all know, as you see in the previous or the past videos, the nuts are out for me. No nuts, walnuts or pecans. I tried that, and that kind of tempted me to gain weight, but I've been maintaining my weight. Although I've been eating every single day, I've been maintaining my weight. I've been maintaining my blood pressure, and to get those extra results about my coronary artery calcium score. And then my doctor did respond, and I go and see her the end of this month. But I see why she said it's normal now, because if I have a good blood pressure and good insulin and all that stuff, and I'm not high risk. If your blood pressure was high, or you were insulin resistant, or some other ailments, or along with that coronary artery calcium score, if you had any plaque buildup or anything, or calcified arteries, they would want to prescribe, and some doctors want to prescribe you a statin anyway, just from any little issue. But she already know I'm not the one or the two, because I'm not going to take it, no way, not no statins. Also, that one med that they gave me for the supposed to be hot flashes, but it tends to be a I know it might be TMI, but it's supposed to be for hot flashes, but it is, they said it's actually a antidepressant. Who in the will give me an antidepressant for hot flashes? So just to get you a prescription written, they'll give you anything these days. But I didn't take that for no more than 2 weeks. It caused drowsiness, but I'm not after the drowsiness effect. If I want drowsiness, I'll get me a drink. But I'm not taking that medicine. But it's good to be back. And what I have been doing, you guys, what I have been doing is my intermittent fasting. I've been placing it on 16/8, but I've been actually doing 20 to 21 hour fast before I break my fast. I've done it without modification, and I've done it with modification. So by me including my walks, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. And another thing I want to remind you all, if your shoes seem to be getting too tight, and that's the reason you're not walking, that was me, and you think you need new shoes, it might be that they're just fine, but you need to make the width a little wider. And these days, these shoes have the tongue attached to the sides of the shoe. I had to cut the tongue out to be a regular tongue of a shoe, and it felt like I've bought a new pair of shoes. I promise you guys, I promise you, these are Brooks, and when I first wore them, they were awesome. And the more I was walking, and y'all know I like to walk a lot, I was like, dang, do I need new shoes? What is going on? And I don't care how many insoles I bought, because I figured I needed them because I walk too much. And what is too much? I never walk too much, and I love to walk. I can walk every single day. I cut those tongues away from the walls of my shoes, and I feel great. So don't walk around with tight shoes, please. And this is just a little daily vlog, letting you know how I'm doing, trying to encourage, inspire you, and motivate you as I encourage, inspire, and motivate myself. And I thank you for being here. If you haven't, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back. I'm back now, y'all. Everything is looking up. It's looking great. I feel great, and it's allowing me to know to keep doing what I am doing because it's actually working for me. That's why I said, you know, I may not have lost 100 or 200 pounds or whatever, but I have been able to get down to my goal weight since I've been doing my fasting carnivore keto 1, 2, 3 challenge and doing the low carb carnivore diet and started with the keto diet. I've been able to maintain. I've critiqued myself since the deaths in my family, but I've also been seeing about myself to make sure that I get better at what I'm doing and to keep myself accountable. That's why I vlog. That's why I'm doing these YouTube videos, and I'm trying to spread that word and show you my results of what I am doing. And I thank God that my first coronary artery calcium score, it took me a whole 5 years of doing this type of way of eating and living to actually get the test. But my score is a 0. I'll share that with you up here. I've shared it in the other videos, but I'll share it again. I'm a 0, and my doctor told me that it was normal. So thank you for being here, and I'll be back to share more with you all. But right now, I'm just doing my intermittent fasting. It may be from 16 to 24 hours, who knows? But I'm going to do that and my walks up until the end of this month. And then I am ready to start my challenge again. Who's going to be willing to join me? Drop it in the comments if you're going to come with me on this journey to start this back up. But also, don't forget, we can do this modified. Well, I'm going to do it modified this time because I have medications to take. So, no excuses for you all who's been wanting a modified version of the fasting carnivore keto 1, 2, 3 challenge. I'll share more the closer it gets to that date, okay? But drop it in the comments if you want to know what my modifications are, or if you're going to do this challenge with me. I do read my comments. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.